Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. We are finally back in the match reaction screen. Pretty soon we'll call it a studio, just look out for that. But seriously, ladies and gentlemen, Bayern are playing a friendly. This is going to be a preview for that, but mainly it's going to be us talking about the right back position and what we can expect from Kimmich coming back there after literally an entire season of only playing as a central midfielder. There were so many games where maybe Pavard went off or Pavard went somewhere or someone else came in and I was like, okay, Kimmich will go to right back and then this will happen. But it never happened like that. I think there were so many games where Boateng would get dragged because he was crap. No, because maybe he got a little knock on his back or something. And then Pavard, I think, would go to center back. But then Kimmich would just stay and something else would just happen. It's crazy to me. So hopefully Hansi Flick is going to play Kimmich a right back and tell that short little Xavi to stay there, okay? He's literally the hybrid of Bastian Schweinsteiger and Toni Kroos. Stay there, okay? He just has more defensive impetus about him. But seriously, Hansi Flick has to get this right with Kimmich at right back. I think, of course, Kimmich taking one for the team shows his maturity and just the mentality that he has to be our captain one day. Because that's what Philip would have done. That's what Oliver Kahn would have done. Kahn would have taken himself out of goal and became our striker just so he could help the team do something wonderful. And Kimmich going to right back is just showing how he is as a leader and how he can be here as Bayern's number one. By the way, thank you to everyone that subscribed. We reached 2,000 subscribers. Let's get to 2,100. Hit that subscribe button. Share the videos. We want this channel to continue to grow. The community, man, it's growing and it's... why am I on this side? God, let me move to the center. The community is growing and I appreciate each and every single one of you. I mean, everyone's been here for months upon months and we were here in lockdown. Remember, I started making videos every single day in lockdown and geez, it was crazy because we were just waiting for Bayern. You heard me. You were here when I was moaning when the start date was moved from the 9th or something to the 16th. Well, we didn't know where it was moved to. They just said they would postpone it and suspend it for a further time. And then a few days after, it was the 16th. And then I got even more annoyed. You all were here when we had no certainty of future. But now we're literally 8 days away from the UEFA Champions League. We're 8 days right there, a week from Bayern Munich playing Chelsea. It's going to be so intense. That game means everything. And Hansi Flick's plan to win the Champions League, what is that? Well, it's Kimmich going back to right back. But I really want to see. This is where Hansi Flick can show himself to be even more competent than we already believe he is. If he somehow wins the UEFA Champions League without Kimmich in midfield and without Pavard at right back, without what's been working, the dynamic, then, geez, you have to back him even more. Geez, Hansi Flick, man. Look, if we don't win the Champions League, first of all, I will be very disappointed. Let's just say, I don't know how we would get knocked out. I feel like we could just lose in a final, but I don't know how we would get knocked out. And however we do, I feel like it wouldn't be down to Flick or tactics because we have all those things spot on. I feel like if we lost the game, it'd be because of tiredness, something crazy like a decision. But I don't feel like we can. I feel like we can create our own luck. Going into these games that are coming up against Chelsea, we have to start that Chelsea game like champions, like we're trying to defend our lives or something, like our wife is getting spanked and we're trying to go save her life. That's how we have to start that game. We have to come out ready to blow Chelsea out of the water. Is that a thing? Who says that? Blow Chelsea out of water. Blow them out of proportions. Is that a thing now? Blow them out of the water? Why do people say that? I actually genuinely am interested in that. But we have to start that Chelsea game with just the intensity that Bayern Munich show. I've been rewatching the Pep Guardiola time and the Champions League semifinals that we failed to come out in and go into the final. And I've been seeing some consistencies throughout all those times. Bayern didn't have that cutting edge for the last 7 years. We could create chances. Our team is gifted. We have ballers all over the pitch. Players that at any moment in the game can create something big. But cutting edge means when it matters, can you cut the opposition open? Atletico Madrid 2016 is an example. Can you just create that one chance and actually score it? Can you be ruthless? Jupp Heynckes Bayern had that. They had a mix of possession but also ruthlessness. We went to Barcelona, beat them, without having the majority of possession. We actually had like 40 or 30% possession, something crazy like that. We had less of the ball and we dominated them. And we had the cutting edge. That's it. We had the cutting edge. We had tactics to stifle them. Hansi Flick has shown me that this team can have the cutting edge. Just look at Chelsea. I keep saying Chelsea because that's just what it is. Of course, you can say, well, Chelsea aren't that great of a team. They're not Real Madrid. But you have to understand and put it into context. This Bayern team wasn't really being looked at for European, favorites. We weren't being looked at because Liverpool were there, right? But what happened was we went to Chelsea with not much pressure. If you think about it, no one thought we were going to win the UCL. No player in our squad was like, oh, we are favorites for it. No. What happened was they went there with a different mentality. I was watching that game. Everyone remember around that time. I had a little school thing with my business club that I'm in. We traveled 5-star hotel. It was sick. I would have missed any Bayern game for that. Nah, seriously. I was watching a Bayern game. I was watching the Chelsea game on my little phone right here. Love my phone. I was watching it while we were in this assembly thing. Very important thing. Had my little headphones in. Oh, I was listening to the British commentators suck off Chelsea. Oh, Bayern Munich they were sucking them off until we scored the second goal. They were like, oh, this Bayern team's good. But I was watching Bayern and I felt like, damn, man, we actually just clattered them. And it's not like Chelsea was some crap team. They were like third in the Prem at the time, I think, or fourth. They were really doing well under Lampard. But that loss, the way we beat them, wasn't just about beating them or just scoring more goals. We didn't concede a chance that was big. We defensively was fluid. Alphonso Davies showed, dang, I can kill any right back in the world. It was amazing. And people always like to say, oh, maybe Chelsea were easy. This is the Champions League where anything can happen. This is the UEFA Champions League. Like, we've seen teams that you're like, this team can't get beaten. Absolutely get thromped. We lost 5-0 on aggregate to Real Madrid in 2014. What Champions League champion just gets absolutely thromped like that? Not that many. The Champions League is a special competition because it requires 100% and maximum effort. Oliver Kahn said it, that at Bayern, you can't let your energy go. You can't be complacent for even 1 second. He knows damn well how that feels in 1999. 2 goals in injury time because of 1 bad clearance and 1 poor defending from corner. Do you know how crazy that is? To lose a Champions League final, the biggest club competition in the world, because of an injury time, 2 injury time goals, when you dominated the game. That's the magic of the Champions League. People always talk about, oh, cups are so amazing. The Champions League is the most important club competition. We win this Champions League, not saying we will. I'm saying if we do, players will want to play for Bayern. And there's nothing any club can do about it. If a player says, Bayern Munich won the Champions League, well, I want to go to them. They have a great coach. They have an amazing squad. I want to go play for Bayern. No club's going to be like, no. If you win the Champions League, you automatically gain what we call street cred, especially in the modern day where social media has this thing where it just likes to react very quickly. If you go on Twitter, if a player has a bad performance or misses a shot, all of a sudden they're the worst player of all time. And if they score, they're the best player of all time. And when a team wins the biggest club competition, especially with the conditions we were given, we had a situation where our league returned first and everyone else is fine. Well, we came back and then we ended first and now everyone else is back. Barcelona have ended their league, Real Madrid have ended their league. Serie A is the only league going and it ends in 2 days. So we have a situation where we really we're at a little bit of a disadvantage. But we can go into this Olympique Marseille game and really come out with a big win. And I'm not talking about 1-0 or 2. I'm talking about 6-0. I want to see Lewandowski score 5 goals in 9 minutes. Again, please. I want to see Muller give 3 assists. You don't think Chelsea are going to be watching that game? No, Frank Lampard is going to have that game on. He's going to. Zidane is going to have that game on. Pep Guardiola will have that game on. Quique Setién will have that game on. Gattuso will have that game on. Simeone will have that game on. You think I'm joking? They will all have this game on. Klopp will have this game on. Managers of pedigree who we are potentially able to face will have this game on. They will be thinking, what weaknesses do Bayern have? How did they concede their chances? What can we do to them to hurt them? They will be saying these things. They will be thinking these things. And I want those players to go against Olympique Marseille and play it like a cup final. Play it like a freaking final. Play it like that's your Champions League winning game. Play this game with just intensity. That's why I said yesterday, this isn't a time to be a victim. Robert Lewandowski didn't get the Ballon d'Or. We're not some damn victims. This isn't a time to think about referees' decisions that could ruin our day. This isn't the time. The time now is to win a game of actual football by playing the Bayern way. What is the Bayern way? Intensity, heart, desire, passion, beautiful football. That's how we play. Fluid. That's how we beat and win the Champions League. That's why we beat everyone. That's why we're the best team in the world. Because we have a mix of everything. Beautiful style, but also we can win dirty. We can win when it's raining. We can play dirty. We can do something different that no one else is looking at. And Kimmich, geez, please don't get a yellow against Chelsea. Actually, that would actually be the best case scenario. Is that, I know it sounds weird. It sounds very weird. If Kimmich gets a yellow against Chelsea, right, Chelsea's the smaller game of the games we could be potentially facing. If Kimmich gets a yellow, then he could miss what would be potentially the Barcelona-Napoli game. Let's say we theoretically get out of that. And then we could get to the real games where I want Kimmich. So Kimmich, if you're listening to this, please get a yellow against Chelsea. You missed the next game. Because I don't need you out for Barcelona or something like that. No. With Ousmane Dembele, no. With no Pavard, Odriozola is going to have to play, you know. Nah, seriously, this is just my thoughts exactly. I think Hansi Flick knows what he's doing. He's going to be paying attention to what other managers in Europe are going to be doing with that match. They're going to be writing things down. Bayern are good at this. Bayern are good at this. These managers will be watching Bayern games. Klopp said Bayern Munich were his favorites for the Champions League. Do you think he was just looking at results? No, Klopp watches Bayern. Managers watch other teams to figure out how they can improve their team. I've seen so many situations where I'm like, that didn't just come out of nowhere. That came from a different manager. So many clubs. I've seen teams use tactics that other managers use or emulate them. They're learning from each other. Hansi Flick can really show what he is. Olympique Marseille is the game we win the Champions League in. I don't care what anyone says. That's our final. That's our Champions League final. If we absolutely thwomp them, which I'm hoping we do, the fans will be happy. But not only that, I will just know what this team is about. Because I know it sounds like I'm making this game seem like it's the game. No. There's a reason. Because I know these types of situations where a team can show themselves. Atletico Madrid have shown me that against Liverpool, they did it. They could grind. But this is our grind. Marseille will come out like it's a cup final. They will want to gain some street cred. Like, we're the first team to beat Bayern since November. They're going to want to be that team. So it's time to really just humble them. Not humble them like they're arrogant or anything. But it's time to put them in a situation where they're like, this team is tough. And everyone's looking and watching us. Looking at the result. Like, that team's tough. But everyone, thank you so much for watching this. Like I said, we're getting closer to 3K. So make sure you subscribe and share the videos. Also, on the watch along tomorrow, with a lot of you that are going to be on the fan watch. I can't wait for that. It's going to be interesting to see just how everyone feels about every single moment of the game. Hopefully, it's amazing. Bayern Munich, like I said, best team in Europe. Let's do this, baby. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia, and I'm out. Peace.